Plans for today include review bonding for Monday's quiz, work through review problems, answers for the packet. So apparently that means I'm going to put the answers up for everything up to page 17 today. We will talk about a few problems on 18, and then we'll be done. I asked you to do 15 and 16 yesterday, it looks like. Yep. All right, no biggie then. Do I have next week up here? No. All right, so I need to make that after today. Any questions about that? Let me try something real quick. Let me see what some of these older quizzes look like. Actually, I don't need to. I think I could just do it just like you guys, just like before. So basically what you'll end up with is you get a quiz that is basically just a PDF file. Now, because we don't have necessarily the same people we had last time, let me show you how to handle this. So you sign in to your Chromebook. Those of you that are not using Chromebook, this may be a problem for you. You'll need to print it out or something else. I don't know. Basically, all these assignments, I don't think we've turned anything in this semester yet. So all of these assignments are based on a PDF format. So last semester, we had people that didn't understand that something that says .pdf needs to say .pdf whenever you turn it into Canvas. If it doesn't, then I can't read it sometimes, and it's very difficult. So with your Chromebook, and I'll just show you with the assignment that we have currently. Let's download this thing. Is that what I want to do? Basically, what you'll do is you'll hit download on here, and then you will see down here it says show in folder. And then if you double click on that, actually it's kind of cool. You can actually rename it. That might be the best thing to do, is by doing both fingers on the Chromebook and going up to rename. And then you can put your last name and then underscore what it is, bonding quiz or whatever. You know, that's what it's going to be later. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to change. Not, you can't see that, I don't think. Is it going to be able to focus it? You don't want to change that .pdf. You want to keep that. The other thing you can do is, for example, you can put that all into a one folder file, and that'll let you keep it better. So now I've got this file right here, and it'll be a lot shorter than this, obviously. Uh-oh. I'll go down here to some of the assignment you had last night. And if you take a look up here in this blurriness, you've got this little pencil thing up there. Basically, if you click that, then you will be able to flip this over and draw on here. This is the easiest way, I think, for you guys to get assignments to me. So if we're taking a look here, oh, it's actually letting me draw. What do I need to do?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Could we print it out and then like scan it?
Sure. I'm just showing you the easiest way. Yep. You're more than welcome to print it out. Yes. Make sure you use a document scanner though. But this is just the easiest way if you don't have a printer. So we take a look here. Now that I've hit that, I can actually make this a little bigger and it makes it a little bit nicer. We're going to put O in the center. H, H. We've got 2 plus 6, 2, 4, 6, 8. And you can actually draw right on here 2 bonds, 2 unshared pairs. That is tetrahedral arrangement. And that is bent or angular, which is 104.5. So this is the way I expect most of you to turn stuff in. If you do have a printer, you're more than welcome to print it out and do that. Then basically you would go back to where you downloaded the quiz from, and then there'll be a submit button there. And then you can basically just submit this file. You just submit it and stuff, and then it's done. Edited. So you take the edited one. That might be a trick. Make sure you get the edited one. And then again, right here, you want to make sure that you put your name in there, and then make sure that you leave that .pdf on there. Where is it? I can put that right in my homework file there. Boom. And then that will be in my drive. That's a quick and dirty of it. If you have questions, keep in mind, unfortunately, on Monday, I don't have the time to meet with you at all. It's a no Zoom day completely. But there's not even office hours. If you have trouble with that or whatever, send me an email and then we'll talk about it maybe during office hours on Tuesday, and we could probably get it fixed. Cool. Without further ado, let's check our answers on here. We have SO4. According to our rules currently, we know that S goes in the middle. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. 6 plus 24 is 30, plus 2 is 32. We need to make sure we put that 2 negative there so that people know that we have added 2. We have 4 bonded atoms, 0 unshared pairs. That arrangement is tetrahedral. And that shape, anytime that you have 0 lone pairs, the shape and the arrangement are the same. That's 109.5.
I have a question. So you know how it's like there's like the 104 and the 109?
Yeah.
Is you only do 104 when it has like hydrogen?
Nope. You only do the 104 when it's angular or bent.
Okay. Wait, then why is there like 2 options on the chart?
Why is what?
Why is it like in parentheses?
We canceled it out for the bent one.
Oh,
Yep. And we canceled out the 119 as well.
thank you.
You're welcome. So if we take a look here, pH 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6. We have 5 plus 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. 3 bonded atoms, 1 unshared pair. While the arrangement is tetrahedral because it's 4, the actual shape, we only look at the atoms involved. That is trigonal pyramidal. The angle for trigonal pyramidal is 107. H2O. O, H. Remember that they may not be shown as bent because these are just going to be written as is. It's not, it may look linear to you. Your responsibility is to go and look and say, okay, 2 bonded atoms, 2 unshared pairs. While it has a tetrahedral arrangement, the shape of it is actually bent or angular. That's 104.5. Here we have 3 bonded atoms and 0 unshared pairs. Remember, a double bond does not count as a bonded atom. We only look at the atoms bonded to the central atom. So it's 3 bonded atoms, 0 unshared pairs. That is trigonal planar. And since it is 3 and 0 again, it is still trigonal planar. And that is 120. Somebody asked me about N and N. In reality, you don't have a central atom, so I would just put not available, because there's just 2. And if there's just 2, it has to be linear.
Is there a difference between angular and bent?
So the key is that angular and bent are the same, but they could have, it's like the same word. But if it has two bonds and two unshared pairs, then it has a 4.5 degree angle. If it has two bonds and one unshared pair, then it's 120. So when you look at it here, they basically look the same, but if it is this one, it's 120, and if it's this one, it's 104.5. Is that the question?
Yeah. Well, I was just asking if like they mean the same thing, the word, because it's like
They have
okay.
mean the same thing. They mean something that's like this, right? But they
you.
can have different structures.
Wait, what did you get for 14? 103.
14, we have something showing resonance. 3 bonded atoms, 0 unshared pairs. That's trigonal planar. And 120.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Want to see anybody on page 17? Anybody want to see any on page 17? So I'm going to get a copy of 17 completed then, and I will put that on the agenda for the week. That's what it said down there at the bottom. It said answers for the packet. I will take it all the way up to page 17. Just for fun, let's try a few of these ones that won't be on the quiz, but are a little more difficult. Let's try this guy right here, SEBR6. Who's in the center?
SE.
SE. I don't have the chat open, so please don't try to type in there. BR, 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 BR. And let me do this. There we go. Oh, maybe just a little. So we have SEBR6. SE is in group 6A. So that's 6 plus 6 times 7 is 42. That equals 48 total. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48. How many bonded atoms do we have there?
6.
6 bonded atoms. 0 unshared pairs. What would our shape for that be?
Octahedral.
You got it. So we have an octahedral. Looks like that if we have our dots. Right there. So that is octahedral. So if you look at octahedral, you see several different angles. You see the 90 angle like right here. You also see the 180 angle like right there. If we take a look here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bonds and 1 unshared pair. What would that be? You remember?
Square pyramidal.
Square pyramidal. If we take a look at the octahedral and we replace one of its bonded atoms with an unshared pair, there is our square pyramidal. So you have that pyramid there, and it is in the shape of a square.
Wait, so
And
page 17 and this page, they're not going to be on the quiz, right?
You got it. Yep. These are all exceptions. So if we take a look, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bonded atoms and 0 unshared pairs. We take another one of these away. What shape are we at? 4 bonded atoms. I'm sorry, 2 unshared pairs, not 0.
Square planar.
Square planar. Very good. Very good.
That fit.
There we go. Basically, each time you're just removing one atom and replacing it with lone pairs. This is called the valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Remember, all the electrons we are dealing with are from the valence or the outer ring. They are electron pairs because they're in either lone pairs or bonded pairs, and they're all going to repel each other. So the lone pair that's up here and the lone pair that's down here are repelling these to put them on a flat plane. If you have questions, by all means, stick around. Otherwise, you should be working through page 17. And I will post the answers up to page 17 in the calendar by the end of the day today. Have a great weekend. Remember, when you come in, you'll just take the quiz on Monday. Hudson, how many prestiges do we plan on getting on this weekend? Or you moved on?
1 or 2 maybe, hopefully.
Really? What time do you play? Are you one of the people that play in the peak hours, like nighttime when everybody that's good is playing? Or do you play on Sunday morning where you can just go in and crush all the kids?
Kind
Both.
of midday.
Midday?
Yeah.
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 You've got
So,
all the Stones college students.
yeah.
Is that true? Is it still that way?
Oh, sorry. What was it?
Yeah. So you're playing against all the Stone college students?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
All
There are
right.
still a couple.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, I need to get on there maybe. I haven't played a war game that. How many people can play at one time? Did they knock it up to 32, or is it still 16 or 8?
In some different modes, it kind of depends. So I think the standard is like 6 on 6, but then like if you play the battle royale, they're like 150 people or something.
Yeah, like PUBG.
Yeah.
All right. If you have questions, by all means, stick around. Otherwise, get out of here. Have a good weekend. Bye. Bye, Margot.
Mr. Jackson, is the review page 17?
Yes.
Okay. And then will you go through number 13 on page 16 for me?
Yep. So you have carbon in the middle. You put an oxygen on there, and then you put the hydrogens on each side. So we end up with this.
Okay.
When we do it, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. But when we add this up, 4 plus 6 plus 2 equals 12. So we end up having to make a double bond.
Okay.
We can't make it between the hydrogen and the carbon because hydrogen only gets 2. So we end up having to make it, yep.
But that what I'm confused is I got 2 atoms bonded together and 2 lone pairs. I set it up like, I don't know if you can see that. Maybe you can't.
Give me 1 second. Let me click on it. I need to get it to big. Oh, you've got, look at oxygen. Oxygen has 3 bonds. Oxygen normally only likes how many bonds?
2.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's why you've got to get that that carbon in the middle because it's going to have the 4.
Okay, that makes sense. But can you do more than 2 bonds for carbon, or is it
A
just
carbon
not
likes 4 bonds.
Oh, I meant oxygen.
Very rarely will you see oxygen with more than 2 bonds. It's very rare.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye. Did I record this one? I don't remember. Let's check.